Brownbird, here with another video. Before I begin, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Today's topic I feel is going to be a bit sensitive because in this generation, a lot of people are sensitive about what wasn't sensitive before. And I know I just said two things, the same word at once, but let me explain. So before, the topic about being quote unquote gay, quote unquote another sexuality, or now in this term another gender, seems to be something that we weren't really talking about, making a big deal about as we was before. Now I get it. Back in school, certain people would be bullied for being quote unquote gay or being quote unquote lesbian and all these different things. I get that. That did happen in school, especially when I grew up. I knew people around me that felt uncomfortable in their own skin because they felt as if they were attracted to the same sex. Now, in this generation, I've said previously on a lot of different videos that the paradigm is shifting and that in the future, I wanted to let it be known my analysis and my hypothesis why I feel like the paradigm has shifted for about the last 7 to 8 years. So in this video, you have a woman, a mom, who conveys the idea that her son is gay, that she is saying that she is proudly to exclaim that her son is gay. And in my opinion, I have a really big problem with this because I'm not saying you can't raise your child, but the idea of sexuality and the idea of gender confuses me in this interest when you have parents that know that the child is not even on that type of psychological level where they're not even thinking about gender and sexuality at that time. Now, I understand that when a child gets to a certain age, I would say probably in their toddler years, that they start exploring the idea of sexuality and gender. That would mean experimenting with different kids, whether it be a sexual thing, a playful thing, all these different things, playing with, when it comes to gender, or I guess sexuality, experimenting with different toys, that the boundaries of a boy not playing with something like dolls and girls not playing with things like Legos or buses and cars and all these different things. Now, I understand a parent needs to teach their child and they have to rear their child in this society. But I don't want to keep talking. I'm going to make a commentary off of this video while it plays. So, peep.
He is gay. Yeah, this is him. He's gay. I called up my dad and I said, hey, guess what?
And this is the thing, yo. Like, the thing about it is she's gonna use that as an argument because it's just like the kid is saying he's gay. It's only repeating what the mom is saying.
Your grandson, gay. Gay, gay, gay. My dad says you can't just say that your baby is gay before he gets a chance to tell us he's gay. And I go, whoa. Straight people do it all the time. Little baby boy is born. Oh, he's gonna be a heartbreaker. Little baby girl is born. Oh, you better lock her up when she turns 16. Clearly, people want their children to be straight. Well,
and let me say something to that because I would say that in that process, it's natural for a parent, it's natural for adults around the mother or the father to adultify or put things into the child and to put a persona on a child before they get to that age. And I knew she was going to use this argument about being straight and saying straight people all the time. Because this is a thing, if you haven't understood, and especially to people who may disagree with me, it's the idea of natural selection and gender order. Naturally, a mother and a father wants to see and possibly want to lead down a lineage from themselves. Obviously, they come from their grandparents, their mothers and fathers who come from the grandparents and grandmothers, the great grandparents, the great whatever, the great parents, and all these different things. So it's natural for mothers and fathers alike to want to see their child continue the lineage so that it could keep going and going and going. That's just natural order. What is wrong with people who stay in that realm and you're going against it?
my son is gay. Gay. Very gay. Very gay.
Lately, I don't feel the same. And I'm going to say something to that as well. Like, it's not the fact of the matter that, you know, you can't raise your child, right? I don't have a governance over saying how people should raise their kids, I guess. But this is the thing. I have a problem with this again because it's not, you're enabling in a behavior. It's just kind of like when a boy, let's just say it's the mom taking care of the child, and the mom has her heels out or her shoes out, and he gets curious, so he starts putting on her heels, or he starts trying to wear her dresses and all these different things. I wouldn't say that he necessarily wants to become gay. I would say that he's just trying to experiment because he's close to his mom and he wants to know what it's like being like his mom. And I feel like a lot of people, take that to heart. And then they say, oh, my child was in my heels, so I'm going to allow him to wear my heels around the house and start wearing dresses and possibly put him in panties for him to feel comfortable being like his mom. And that's why I disagree with it, because you're enabling a behavior when a child doesn't know. That doesn't mean that he's trying to be like that. Maybe he's a boy that still likes girls, but now you're trying to confuse him into something that you want him to be. And it's very unfortunate because if I list those opinions, I would be considered a conservative, or they would call me names for making those type of claims. As Brownbird, I don't care. It's just about trying to teach a lesson so for people to understand this is not how it should be. And my last point on that is what you'll really find is that the society is gearing it into that type of direction. You have 19-year-old boys that are twerking and saying that they are not the gender that they claim, right? This is a story that happened in Brooklyn. If I can't find it, I will put the story in my description box, as well as saying that there were bills that were passed by New York State to allow for the third gender, gender X, to presume on. And the fact of the matter that you can identify as a different gender, or gender X, which is unknown. X means unknown. So therefore, that means that you can put it on a birth certificate. You can say your child is gender X. You can put it on your driver's license. You can put it on all different forms of identification. This happened in 2018, but Massachusetts passed it the next year in 2019 for that same action to happen. So we're living in a crazy society right now. And, I'm just saying that, it shouldn't be a confusion for the child, especially when I hear things like the quote unquote LGBTQ community has a sector of people that commit a high percentage of suicide every year because of a gender identity crisis. And with that being said, peace.